Right, okay guys, welcome back to group 2 class, right? So in group class, I'm conducting few selected topics for your reference, right? In here still we are discussing chapter 4, right? Uh, statement, financial statements of a business, right? So in here from today onwards, I'm going to start two lessons, right? Financial statements of a business and financial statement with adjustment entries. So okay, I think you can remember I did all the things in group 1 class, but this is just as a revision to you, right? Okay, now when it comes to this lesson, right? So I think you can remember about the things included in the uh, group 1 class. So you should be able to interpret and you should be able to understand now. But from this one, from this lesson, you can gain a clear idea. Right. Okay. Now let's move. Write the new topic. You can write the new topic, financial statements of a business. Financial statements of a business. Financial statements of a business. Now under that you can write the first thing, right? Accounting process. Process of the accounting, right? So when we discuss accounting process, that is the main topic, right? So I think you can remember the process of accounting, right? Initially you can identify transaction, then source document, source document, then prime entry book, prime entry, right? Then the ledger. So after that, I think you can remember trial balance. Finally, financial statements. Financial statement. When we discuss about this one, transaction, this is the input, financial statement, this is the output. Can you remember it, right? So this is the input, and this is the output, right? So I think you are okay with this one, input and out, right? Okay. Now this is the process which we learned during the grade 10. So you should be able to understand the process. Apart from that, so what I want to tell you, in between this trial balance and, okay, first write up to this point, then raise your hands. But before that, I want to tell you. So I think you can remember I told you there is a hidden part in here. When we extract the trial balance, first we do error correction. Error correction. This is grade 10 last lesson. Once we correct the error, we record the adjustment entries next lesson. Adjustment entry. Again, we prepare the corrected trial balance. Then we prepare the financial statement. There are hidden points, okay, hidden things in here, right? So you can write this one. So this is the input and output. If the screen is not clear to you, let me know. I'll share a picture to you, right? Finish it and raise your hand. Just write this and raise your hands. This is under main topic. The subtopic is accounting process. Okay, finish it and raise your hands. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, finish it and raise your hands. Right. Okay. Now, other than this, what I want to tell you. Now, this is the accounting process. Okay. So you can find inputs and output. You know the definition of accounting. Accounting is a process of providing required information to stakeholders for their decision making. You know, accounting provides required information to stakeholders for their decision making. So how we provide required information? Through financial statements, not through now we can't provide our source documents and primary books to our stakeholders for their decision making, because we can't imagine our every stakeholder knows about accounting. They don't know about accounting, so they can refer the financial statements. Why? So financial statements are much easier. Why? So it's only comprises with few things, right? Financial statement, it's easy. But when it comes to financial statement with now they don't know about how to observe source document and primary book, right? Okay. So other than that, what I want to tell you now, before moving to the textbook, there are a few important things to you, right? So when we concern about financial statements, okay, so I'm going to expand this one, right, to here, right. First one. So I'm going to write the first bullet point. First bullet point. Number. Right. So this is a whole summary. Yeah. So in here I'm going to discuss about financial statements. Right. The first thing. We discuss about, don't write, I'll give enough time. Don't write. So you can expand this financial statement to down, and so just wait, don't write. We discuss about sole proprietorship. Trading businesses. What is our business? In here we discuss about sole proprietorship, trading business. Number 2, which means trading means buying and selling. Buying and selling. You know, there are 8 types of business organizations, but out of these 8 type of business organizations, we discuss about sole proprietorship. Number 2, sole proprietorship businesses prepare two kinds of financial statement. Don't write statement. They prepare two kinds of financial statement. Number 1, right? You know what is the first one? Profit or loss statement. We call it as P&L, right? Right. So under that, I'm going to write another few bullet points. So under the P&L. So this is there are two main topics, main bullet points. Under the second bullet point, this is about P&L. Right? First bullet point. Calculate net profit. To measure operational result. In here, so we call our profit as operational results, as well as in here financial performance, right? Yeah. Operational result, financial performance, operational results. Let's call it as a financial performance. operational result of financial performance. So there are more than 2, 3, yeah, under the first one. Net profit equal. Okay, I'll write after that. I can write so many things. Okay, guys, can you write up to this point and ratios? Can you see the board properly? Can you see the white screen board, smart board properly? Yes or no? Okay, finish it up to this point and raise your hand. Once you finish, raise your hand. Right. Now I'm going to expand this one. Right. So I'm going to further expand this one. Right. So don't write any other thing. So net profit equal income minus expenses. But in here, we can further expand this one. Net profit equal to gross profit plus other income minus expenses. So I'm going to further divide this one, expand this one. Net profit equal sales minus cost of sales plus other income right minus there are 4 types of expenses. Can you remember? Distribution, expenses plus administration expenses plus other expenses plus financial expenses, right? So these are the four types of expenses under profit or loss state. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Still we are under profit or loss state. I'll send a picture, right? Send me a thumbs up. Are you okay up to this point? This is how we calculate net profit. Not only that, you know, right? Income and expenses. This is the whole summary. Yeah? Expenses identify using accrual concept, right? So still you can't understand if you are not with adequate knowledge in grade 11 4th and 5th lesson. I'll explain it later, so you just re-understand accrual concept, right? Not only that, the final point related to P&L, okay, you know, we concern, right, income and expenses generated during the during a specific period of time. Period of, okay. අවුරුද්දේ මේවා අපි සලකනවා ඉන්කම් එක්ස්පෙන්ස් ගත්තාම අපි අවුරුද්දේම ඉන්කම් අවුරුද්දේම එක්ස්පෙන්ස් කන්සර්න් කරනවා, right? එක දවසකට නෙමෙයි. That's why that is the thing. So all the things are under P&L. In here all the things you can find. So I included all the things P&L. This is a second bullet point. So under the financial statements, this is second bullet point thing. Second bullet point, first things, right? Now after that we need to discuss under second bullet point what? We need to discuss about, you know, so I want to discuss about under second bullet point we need to discuss statement of financial position, right? Okay, so quickly write up to this point and raise your hands. I can share a picture. Finish up to this point and raise your hand. Finish it and raise your hands. I'm waiting for your raise hand. Right? So I'm waiting to see your raise hands. Okay. Right. Okay. Now the other one. Right. Now after that, I'm going to discuss the other one. So under second bullet point, P&L, we discuss. Now we are going to discuss about under second bullet point. So what is the second one? Under second bullet point, second one. Second bullet point එක යට තියෙන දෙවෙනි එක. And there will be another third one, right? Which means third one means main bullet, right? This is the second financial statement. We can identify the sole proprietorship businesses prepare two kinds of financial statement. First one P&L, the second one statement of financial position. We call it as SOF. SOF. What is the term called? SOFP. Okay, so let's write few bullet points under that one. Okay. Measure, not measure, let's take present financial position of the business. Financial position means, you know, our basic accounting equation, right? Which means asset equal, asset, all the total assets of the equal should equal to total equity plus liability. You know, assets can be categorized as non-current assets plus current assets, okay, equal. So how to calculate equity? How to calculate liability? You know, liability equal non-current liability plus current liability. When it comes to non-current assets, you know, assets which we expect to use more than 12 months. Current assets means asset which will convert into cash or sold within next 12 months. Non-current liability means liabilities which we can settle by wasting more than 12 months, right? By we have more than 1 year to fully settle those liabilities. Current liability means liabilities which we need to settle within next 12-month period of time. Now, how to calculate equity? Right. So, what I want to tell you. So, before moving to that, so this is the summary. Now, before telling how to calculate the equity, you need to have a clear idea about this. We present financial position as at uh, concerning a specific ඒ කියන්නේ අපි දවසකට දාන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ending date. එතකොට financial එතකොට ending date එකේ නම් දාන්න අපි දැන් මෙන්න මේකේ we concern income and expenses generated during a specific period of time. ඒ කියන්නේ අවුරුද්දේම income and expenses. හැබැයි financial position එක අපි present කරන්නේ අවුරුද්දේ අන්තිම දවසේ. So you know we can calculate equity using two ways. Equity equal assets minus liabilities. But we can't use this because don't know ending equity. Sorry, we don't know ending assets and ending liabilities. We need to calculate the ending equity. How to calculate the ending equity? You know, first of all, we need to get the opening equity, which means capital plus additional capital plus, you know, net profit which we calculated through statement of profit or loss statement. Then once we add the net profit, we need to deduct the drawing. Then we can calculate the closing equity of the business. Capital plus additional capital plus net profit minus drawings. Then we can calculate the closing equity. Right? So this is all about statement of financial position. Are you okay up to this point? Send me a thumbs up. Are you okay up to this? Right. So right. So quickly write this and raise your hand. I'll send a picture. So from next week onwards, I'm going to do the calculations, right? So day one, I'm going to give you the whole summary. Finish it and raise your hand. Okay. Ion, once you finish, raise your hand. Right? Okay. Right. Now, you know, so there are two main bullet points. Under the second bullet point, there are another two things. Now, this is the third main bullet point. Okay. Above mentioned financial statements can be presented to stakeholders as follows. As follows. Why I am writing this one? You need to be familiar with how to write the business name. So if you write the business name correctly, okay, so you can get how many marks? You can get 1 mark. හරියට නම ලිව්වොත් භාගේ භාගේ ලකුණක් හම්බෙනවා. Just wait. Right, okay guys, 1 minute, just wait. Right. So how to write the names? Think this is P&L and this is the SOFP. If you write the names correctly, you can get half half, which means +1. ABC business, profit or loss statement. For the year end, මොකද අවුරුද්ද මේව සලකනවනේ. 31st December 2020. But when we write SOFP, ABC business, statement of financial position as at 31st December 2020. So for the year ended for P&L, as at for SOFP, right? So I think you are okay with this one up to now. Send me a thumbs up. Are you okay up to this point? These are the things, right? So quickly write these and raise your hands. This is not clear to you. I can share a picture. So I think it's bit okay. Finish it and raise your hands. If you are still writing, lower your raise. Right, okay, guys. Now, this is the whole summary up to now about our next two lessons, right? Okay. Now we can move to the definition. Quickly come to the textbook. So today I'm not going to start P&L. I'm just going to give you the brief idea. Introduction to financial statements. In the accounting process, the business transaction are first recorded into the prime menu books and then posted into the ledger accounts. Then the ledger accounts are balanced and taken into the trial balance. This process has been already discussed in detail in the grade 10 study text. Now, before moving to that, so again, I need to do a revision. So after that, you can write what you need to do. Just write the heading, right? Revision trial balance, because you need to have a clear idea about trial balance. Revision of trial balance. First of all, you need to have a clear idea. Right. Revision for trial balance. Right. Now I'm going to draw a trial balance in here. So just a sketch. Okay. So I'm not write detail things. C is a trial balance. Debit, credit. You can write account. I think you can remember, you need to have a clear idea about up to this point, right? Lower your raised hands. What I want to tell you, right? First one, asset account, debtors, so many assets accounts in your accounting context, right? Building land, right? So you can remember debtors, right? So likewise, asset accounts balance. Now why we prepare trial balance, to get an idea about whether our mathematical accuracy is correct and our total debits equal to total credits in the ledger. Once we prepare the ledger accounts, we take the balance both forwards and we prepare the trial balance. Are you okay up to this point? Send me a thumbs up. Lower your raised hands. Ayon, lower your raised hands. I think you are okay up to this point, right? Okay. Now, what I want to tell you, asset accounts balance brought forward in debit side, but except one minute, like this. Asset accounts balance brought forward debit side, right? So there are so many things in your level, but I'm going to give only the, now in your adjustment entries, we only discuss about 4 things, right? So so I'm touching the next lesson as well. I think you can remember, because I already did this one in your next group 1 class, right? So don't think about like it's too hard to understand. We already discussed these things, right? I'm touching the next lesson with this one as well. So there are 4 adjustment entries. If you need, I can give a brief idea. Accrued expenses, accrued income, bad debts and depreciations, right? So we discuss all the things in group 1 class, but never mind, don't think accrued expenses is payable expenses. Accrued income or receivable income means receivable income, right? So it's an asset. Bad debts, I think you can remember. So we remove the non-receivable portion from the debtors value, and the other one, bad debts, sorry, depreciation, right? So I think you can remember depreciation account, and the final one is depreciation, which means we deducting the non-current assets value, right? So I think you can remember the double entry as well. So what I want to tell you in here, when it comes to depreciation, the double entry. So I think you can remember we did this one in group 1 class. 11 depreciation expense account debit, accumulated depreciation account credit, right? So what I want to tell you, accumulated depreciation account it's also an asset account, but balance, though it's asset account, we identify it as asset decreases account. So the balance brought forward in credit side in accumulated depreciation account. This is clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Accumulated depreciation accounts, asset accounts උනාට balance brought forward and credit side. නිකම් මතක තියාගන්න. දාන්න බලන්න thumbs up එක. ඒ trial balance එක බලද්දි ඔයාට එක මතක තියෙන්න ඕන. ඒක කලින් කරා. asset account ඔක්කොම balance brought forward and debit. හැබැයි මතක තියාගන්න, accumulated depreciation accounts කියන්නේ ඒවත් asset accounts උනාට balance brought forward යන credit side. Second, liability accounts. all the liability accounts, ledger accounts, normally balance brought forward in increase side, so liabilities balance brought forward in credit side. Number 3, expense account. Expense account balance brought forward in increase side, which means debits. Okay. Number 4, equity account. When it comes to equity accounts, what are the equity accounts? Capital and additional capital in same, and only that one. So equity accounts balance both forward in credit side, increase side, but though the drawings account, it's also an equity account balance brought forward in debit side, which means drawings means equity decreases. Okay. Number 5, right? Income account. When it comes to income accounts, balance brought forward in credit side. Okay, this is the revision for trial balance in grade 10. Okay, quickly write this and raise your hand. Make sure though the drawings account concern as an equity account, balance brought forward in debit side. Though the accumulated depreciation accounts concern as asset accounts, balance brought forward in credit side. Finish it and raise your hand. Hurry up, I'm waiting to see your raise hand. If there is any error or any connection matter, let me. Right. Okay, guys. Now let's discuss about our account. Introduction to financial statement. In the accounting process, the business transactions are first recorded into the prime in the books and then posted to the ledger accounts. Then the ledger accounts are balance and taken into the trial balance. This process has been already discussed in detail in grade 10 study text. The objective of any business is to earn profit from their business activities. So therefore it is worthwhile to see whether there is an adequate operational profit to continue the businesses. Also, it is important to see the financial position of the business reflecting through the assets, equity and liabilities. Such information assets in making decisions for the future of the business, right? So accordingly, to obtain an understanding on the financial performance of the business during a specific period and the financial position as at a particular date of the business, the financial statements need to be prepared. The financial statements are prepared to identify the operational result and the financial position of the business, right? Financial statements of the business are prepared for a specific period of time. No, most of the time it's for 12 months, right? So, but in government businesses, financial the accounting period ends on begins on January 1st and ends on the December 31st. But when it comes to private sector, April 1st to March 31st, which means this year April to next year March 31st. මේ අවුරුද්දේ 4යි එකේ ඉඳන් next year එකේ March 31st වෙනකන්. ඒකට අපි කියනවා 2023 24 financial year. සාමාන්‍ය ඔයාට O level වල එන්නේ January to December, right? This is known as the accounting period and it is generally considered as a 12 months period of time. The financial statements are regarded as the output of the accounting process. This is input transactions. So what are the things in here? Accounting process, recording in the prime entry books, posting transactions into the ledger, and the preparation of the trial balance and adjustments entry, right? Final one output, it's financial statement, right? Okay. The financial statements are prepared for various organizations. So this chapter focus only preparing to financial statements for a sole proprietor or sole trader types of business organization, right? A sole proprietorship businesses prepares two main financial statements to ascertain the operational result and the financial position of a given accounting period as follows. What are the things? Profit or loss statement and the statement of financial position, right? So these are the two things. So today I'm not going to touch P&L, okay? Just write the heading and notify. In here we need to discuss about both things, P&L and SOFP, right? Okay. So what I want to tell you, so right, just wait. So after the trial balance, write the subtopic, statement of profit or loss statement, profit or loss statement, write the heading profit or loss statement. Call it as P&L. Okay. So I'm not going to start this one, but I want to emphasize few things. In P&L, we include all the income and expenses, balance brought forward, income balance brought forward in credit side, expenses balance brought forward in debit side. We take all the ledger accounts of income and expenses. So what I want to tell you, in here, as I told you, we prepare profit or loss statement using accrual concept. Okay? First of all, you need to have a clear idea what is the term we call for accrual concept, right? Accrual concept. Don't write anything. So just have a brief idea is enough, right? Only for today. So what I want to tell you, think this is our business. There are two things, right? Think this is our business. Purchase account. Think this is a purchase account. Purchase account means it's an expense account. Purchase account. Purchase account means it's an expense. And this is sales account. Sales account means it's an income. What is the term we call for? What is the term we use? Using accrual concept. Now, I think you can remember, purchase means purchasing stocks. Sales means selling stocks. There is no any stock account in the ledger. We categorize stock sales as sales income, stock purchase as purchase income, right? So what I want to tell you, apart from this one, purchases means purchasing stock. It can be happen using cash or credit, right? So when we purchase stocks on cash basis, cash book credit, think 30,000, purchase account. When we purchase stocks on credit basis, credit account credit, purchase account debit, think it's 10,000. So when we sell our stocks on cash basis, say cash book debit, sales account credit, think it's 50,000. When we sell our stocks on credit basis, debtor account debit, sales account credit, think it's 30,000. 30,000. Right? I think you can remember. Now, what I want to tell you, see, in purchase account, so balance brought forward, debit side 40,000. In sales account, think this is 30,000. Balance brought forward 80,000 in credit side. A debit may පැත්තේ මුකුත් නැහැ, මේකේ credit මුකුත්. මොකද්ද මට කියන්න ඕනේ? Think this is 30,000. So in here the purchase account balance brought forward, how much? 40,000 in debit side. Think this is 30,000. Sales account balance brought forward 50 plus 30 means 80,000. දැන් මෙතන 40,000 ගත්තොත් purchase account එක trial balance එකට එනවා BBF කියලා 40,000 debit side. මේක තමයි අපි financial statements හදන්න ගන්න. මෙතන බලන්න cash basis credit basis දෙකම තියෙනවා. ඒතකොට cash basis credit basis උනත් expense අපි accrual concept එකේදී purchase කියලා ගන්නේ මේ P&L එකට කීයද? 40,000. තේරුණා නම් දාන්න බාට තමයි. sales උත් එහෙමයි. cash ද credit ද අදාළ නැහැ. අදාළ income එක. අපි totally මෙතන 80,000 තමයි ගන්නේ sales income විදිහට P&L එකට. තේරුණා නම් දාන්න බන්න thumbs up. I think this is 30,000. Right? Is it clear? Guys, are you there? Right? Okay. Can you hear me? I am audible to you. Right? Yes or no? Am I not audible to you? Right. Okay. Now this is enough for today. Why? I'm not going to start P&L. I'm going to start the discussion next week. Okay. Since I have another thing to attend, so I need to is another urgent one, right? So in single medium class also I did up to here. Single medium class එකත් මෙතනට යනවා විතරයි. So this is enough for today. So next week I'm going to do the I'm not going to give any note. You know how to prepare. I gave the whole summary. So I'm going to calculate these things. So within 2 weeks, I'm planning to finish P&L, and another within 2 weeks, I'm going to finish SOFP, right? So 4 weeks for this one, then adjustment entries around 3 or 2 weeks, right? So then we can finish this. Okay. So hope you understood everything clearly. So this is enough for today. Let's meet on next Tuesday. Make sure to prepare your book, and let's meet on next Tuesday. Thank you for the participation. Good night. Good Saranai. God bless. Goodbye.